This video covers PowerSDR 2.7.2 Ke9ns revision Q4, all the features from Q4 to P3. I've got other videos covering P2 with the earlier features. So the last feature I just added has to do with memory and hyperlinking. You can now drag and drop and recall hyperlinks associated with the memories. So in this case, if I've got a weather station and I've tied that to, let's say, NOAA weather, I can highlight that particular weather channel that I've got in memory and do a drag and drop. Just drag it, drop it, and it's now associated with that. So now if I, to show you how it works, if I'm selecting these stations, I can double click to actually set the flex radio to that channel. If I just simply right click, it will actually open up that link that's been saved. I can also, if I want, drag and drop to the add button, and that'll actually create a whole new memory. At the same time, we'll save that link. So if I'm talking to someone, they've got a website, I go to their website and I want to save that website, I go onto their website and then I can drag it over to the add button, and that will actually save a new memory with the frequency settings and all that, and the URL to that. So I simply then right click to recall that. So that's the new feature I've added to the memory interface. I've also added a feature to quick play audio. If you go to the wave setting, I've added a quick audio save folder. So instead of just one quick play audio file that you have to record and you lose, you record and you lose, it'll now save every one of them with a sequential file number. So if I do the normal recording, I stop, it's done. Now I can right click on the play and they're in this folder, and I can select any one. Obviously the newest one is the one I just recorded, but I can record or I can play back an earlier one by clicking on it. And now when I key the radio and hit the play, it's going to play that particular file. I can right click again, select another one, or if I hit cancel, now the play button is going to play the last recording just like it normally would act. It'll play the last recording I make. No matter how many recordings I make, it'll always play the last one. So that's the quick play feature. And you noticed I've added the shortwave bands. All the shortwave bands are on the list with band stacking. So when you go into the band, you can cycle through. Some have 3 band stack memories, some have 5. You can always go into the database and add more. It automatically copies of your original database to a new RevQ database and then adds all the band stacking and so forth to it. So in case you want to go back to the original PowerSDR, you still have your original database file in there untouched. So you can go through all the different bands. And the good thing is, if I then go back into another band, let's say I go into 40 meters, it'll automatically change the panel back over. And then if I want to go into one of the shortwave bands, it'll select the band that I type the frequency and go right into it. And again, you have the full band stacking of all those bands. The next feature is the grid lines. You notice there's no grid lines on there, and I've added that feature here. I can turn grid lines off or on. I leave them off with this particular skin, but I added another signal level on the right and left side. The next feature is continuum mode, which is really just it takes the peak reading for the band adapter in this case, which is 160 kilohertz wide, and then sends it on a waterfall. So the decibel level versus time every 5 seconds is marked. If I want to, I can restart it by clicking on the kilohertz. So that's continuum mode. The next is the monitor feature. We've added monitor capability for AM and FM modes by switching from the post audio, which is audio sent to the transmitter, to pre-audio, which would be the audio coming into the flex the full spectrum audio that comes into the Flex. And then for like upper and lower sideband, we've added the ability to cycle through either pre-monitor audio or post-monitor audio, and also reduce the tune level that you hear in the monitor. Reduce that as well. So that's it. That's all the features.